I was at my regular place at my regular bar. Donovan's had been on the corner of Caldwell and 5th since before the war. The kind of place that didn't advertise because it didn't need to. A hand-painted sign above the door, dark wood inside, the smell of tobacco and old wood, and something that might have been ambition once. The neon pap sign in the window threw a red wash across the wet sidewalk outside. It had been raining since 4. Clark said another rye in front of me without being asked. That is the kind of relationship we had. 11 years of bad nights had made conversation unnecessary. I took it, go slowly, Warren. He said it the way a man says something he knows won't be heard. Clark was a good man. Went home every night to a warm house on Birchwood Lane, a sleeping wife, a dog that met him at the door. The full extent of his universe, and he was grateful for it. He couldn't know what I carried out of the office every evening. The faces, no, photographs, faces. The ones that crawled out of the case files and sat uninvited behind my eyes when the light went out. Torturous, patient, waiting for answers I didn't have. No, tonight. I couldn't carry them tonight. I set $1 on the bar. Good night, Clark. He nodded once, already moving to the next glass. Outside, the October cold had settled into Caldwell Street like something with nowhere else to be. No, bitter, just present. The kind of cold that reminds you winter is coming and it isn't in a hurry. The rain had stopped, but left everything dark and reflective, street lamps caught in puddles. The neon of a closed pharmacy across the street, bleeding pink into the wet asphalt. A Buick sat at the curb with its engine ticking as it cooled. My apartment was 6 blocks north on Delvane. I knew every crack in that sidewalk. The route home was the only thing that required no thought at the end of a day. I lit a cigarette and started walking. I stopped without fully understanding why. 20 years of instinct stopped me before my conscious mind caught up. My hand found the grip of the revolver inside my coat, old habit automatic, the kind of reflex that had kept me breathing. Before I registered what I was seeing, a woman standing beneath the amber cone of a street lamp as if she'd been waiting there a long time. She was mid-30s, well-dressed but not carefully so. A wool coat, good quality, buttoned wrong at the top. Dark hair pinned back but coming loose on one side. The kind of appearance that had started the day composed and been slowly taken apart by hours of holding herself together. She held her handbag pressed against her stomach with both hands, like it was the only solid thing available. I knew that face. No, personally, I knew the category of that face. I'd seen it in precinct waiting rooms and across interrogation tables and standing in the cold outside cordon streets at 2 in the morning. A mother looking for something she hadn't found. I let go of the revolver, drew on the cigarette instead. She didn't flinch when I stepped into the light. She'd been watching me come up the street. She'd had time to decide. "Are you Detective Warren Hasek?" Her voice was steadier than her eyes, rehearsed. She'd been practicing this moment for however long she'd been standing in the dark. "That is right." I looked past her out of habit. The street was empty in both directions. Nothing but wet pavement and distant traffic and the hiss of tires somewhere on Renner Boulevard. "And you are Whitfield, Carol Whitfield." A short breath. The composure cost her something visible. "I know what hour it is, Detective. I know how this looks. But I am a mother and I am out of roads, and I am asking you for 20 minutes somewhere I can explain myself properly. That is all." She didn't cry. I noted that. The ones who don't cry in moments like this are usually the ones carrying something real. The rye was still warm in my chest. 6 blocks away my bed was waiting. On my desk was a case file I'd been deliberately ignoring since Thursday. I looked at Carol Whitfield, standing under a Caldwell Street lamp at 1:45, and I already knew what I was going to say. I'd known from the moment I saw her face. "There is a diner on Hanson." I dropped the cigarette and stepped on it. "Open late. The coffee won't kill you. Follow me," she exhaled, just once. Then she straightened her coat, smoothed her hair back with one hand, and fell into step beside me. Neither of us spoke for 2 blocks. The city filled the silence well enough. That night was going to be a long one. I could already feel it the way you feel weather coming, somewhere behind the eyes, low and certain. I just didn't know yet how long.